Okay. Good evening, everyone. Network has not allowed us this evening to go live. It's been a it's been a crazy thing. Network has not given us the opportunity to go live. But in all of that, we give thanks to God. Okay, good evening, everyone. I trust you're doing great. I trust you are having a wonderful weekend already. So, I want to welcome you to our life. I want to welcome you to the School of Identity. Welcome, and I hope you have your pen and paper ready because tonight is going to be a wonderful night. So I've been live since 7 p.m., but network has just been acting up. Nonetheless, we will just take off immediately. Now, I've been talking about why your child hates reading, why they resist reading, and how to make them love reading. And I remember I said that if your child can spend up to 30 minutes watching cartoons or scrolling on their phone, but cannot read for 5 minutes without complaining, then that's the reason why you are here. Most of the times, it's not because they hate their book, but it is because they find it difficult to sit down with a book. Not because they hate reading, but because of how reading has been introduced to them, you as their parent. So the truth is that children don't hate reading, they hate how reading has been introduced to them. So today, please, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope I'm not talking to myself. I hope you can hear me. So today, I'm going to show you practical and realistic steps on how steps that you can try using steps that you can try using immediately at home to build a strong reading habit in your learner without shouting, forcing, or even begging them to read. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what reading habit really means. Reading habit is not forcing a child to read. Reading habit is not punishment. Or you say, because you did this, no TV for you today until you read your book. That is not a reading habit. Reading habit is not long reading hours. It's not waking up one morning and deciding that today, from the beginning of the term, whatever they've been teaching from the beginning of the term, that's today you're going to finish everything. That is not a reading habit. A reading habit is consistency over intensity. It is the fact that they can do it every single time. Not intense, but is consistent. That is a reading habit. A reading habit is a positive emotional association with their books. That they love their books, they enjoy reading, they fall in love with their books. That is a reading habit. It is reading becoming part of their daily life, just like the way that they wake up in the morning and they will brush their teeth. That is a reading habit. A reading habit is reading becoming part of their daily life. The way they will wake up in the morning and they have to eat, that is the same way they should wake up in the morning and they should read a book for that day. So we are not raising children who read once in a while and that is it. But rather, we are raising children who see reading as normal. Not children who will pick up a book today and the next time they pick up a book is in 6 months' time, or when they have an exam, or when they have a test. But rather, children who will fall in love with reading and see reading as a normal thing. The same way they can pick up their plates when they are feeling hungry and eat their food. That is the same way children should see, or the same way you should raise a child that will see reading as a normal thing. So most parents will just wait till when their children are about to write a test or an exam before they will let them pick up a book. You will allow them throughout the holiday period, from the beginning of the term to when they want to write an exam. That is when you tell them, oh yeah, go and carry your book. It is time to write an exam. Go and carry your book. How would they love reading like that? They will not love reading, but rather they will see it as a problem at that point, because they've not been reading from the beginning of the term. So why do children resist reading? They resist reading because reading has been associated with stress, correction, or failure. In a sense that you tell your child, they just got back from school. Let me give you an example. Your child just got back from school, and the next thing you are saying is, go and pick up your book. They just came back from school and they've not had their bath, they've not eaten, they've not rested from the day's stress in school. And the next thing you are telling them is that, go and pick your book. They just go back from school. They've had a whole lot doing in school. So that is why reading is being associated with stress. And in that way, that child will resist reading, because every time you are telling them to go and pick their book, it is when their mental health is not even involved in reading. It's when they are already stressed mentally. Another thing, or another reason why they resist reading, is because they are always told what they are doing wrong in a sense of reading. For instance, you might have a child, 9, 10, 15, that whenever they want to read, they would like to read out loud and read to themselves. And the next thing you are picking on it and you're like, how can you read like that? Is something wrong with you? Why are you reading like that? Can't you read silently? How will you understand it? But let me tell you something. The fact that the child is reading out to himself or herself is because that is their way of understanding. They are always told what they are reading wrong. That is why they will resist reading. Another thing is that the books that they are reading, whether the books that they are reading do not match their interest or level. It doesn't match what they naturally love. It doesn't match what they can read and not get bored. You are telling them to read a book that does not even concern their age brackets. They will not enjoy reading. So how can you fix this as a parent? How can you make your child not resist reading? I hope you have your book and paper with you. If you do, please type in the comment section, I have my book and I am taking notes. I have my book and I am taking notes. I want to see it in the comment section. So, what can you do? Practical actions. Remove pressure. That's the first thing you should do. Remove pressure. Stop correcting every mistake during reading time. Dear parents, stop correcting every mistake during reading time. That is not the time to correct it. Wait till when they are done reading, then you will not bring it up. If you always do it when they are reading, they will resist it. Stop correcting every mistake during reading time. Another thing is to let them be fluent first before they are perfect. Don't wait for them, or rather, don't allow them to become perfect at reading before they re-enjoy reading. Let them be fluent at reading before they become perfect. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Fluency in the sense that allow them to successfully read, even if it takes forever to read a sentence before perfection can come in. What else can you do? Praise their efforts. Praise their efforts. Say things like, I love how you are trying. I love how you just read this sentence well. I love how you understood what you just read. That's good. I'm proud of you. You didn't give up even when you were struggling to understand it. Well done. Let reading feel safe for them. I know it is you. There is the temptation to want to ask them immediately, what did you just read now? Do you understand it? Can you explain to me? Please hold on a bit. Hold on a bit. Because if you do that, what if they didn't understand it immediately? What that can do is it will make them feel unrelaxed and not even confident about themselves. It is important that you ask them, what did you just learn? Do you understand it? Please teach me. But rather, instead of doing it immediately, you can do that later, after some minutes that they've read. Because a relaxed reader becomes a confident one. A reader who is relaxed is a confident reader. A reader who is relaxed is a confident reader. Please, I hope you are hearing me and I hope you are following the class. Please let me know in the comment section if you are hearing me so that I know that the network is not distorting. Now, the next step that you can take into building a reading habit in your learner is to start small. You see, the big mistake that most parents make is that parents will start with too much first. They will start with too. It is like I said earlier, it is when they want to read, when they have a test or an exam, and you now force and insist that they finish up a book that the teacher used a whole term to teach. That they finish up a book in less than few hours. You are starting too much. That's a mistake. That will make them not love reading. So what can you do better as a parent? The practical thing you can do is to have a 5 to 10 minutes daily reading for them. Because a 5 to 10 minutes daily reading is better than 1 hour once a week, where they just do a one-off reading. They will read today and that is it. The one where they will just read today and that is it. But rather, you can practically set a 5 to 10 minutes daily reading for them. And how do you apply this? Is to set a fixed daily reading time. Set a fixed daily reading time. It could be after dinner, it could be before bedtime, it could be after school. Not when they just arrive from school, please. It could be probably after they've had their lunch, they've freshened up, they've rested a bit, they've slept. Sleep is important. Then you can tell them to pick up their book and read. You can even use a timer if possible. You can use a timer. You can tell them things like, we are only reading for 10 minutes today. And after 10 minutes, that's it. When the timer rings when the timer stops, when the timer rings, we've stopped reading. That will remove fear and resistance when it comes to reading. It will remove fear and resistance when it comes to reading. The next step that you can take is to choose the right books. Choose the right books. Yeah. Choose the right books. How do you choose the right books? The books must match their reading level and it must match their interest. Not necessarily their age, but rather their ability to read fluently. And it should be a book that matches their interest, not what you think as an adult that is important for them to read. It should be a book that matches what they are drawn to naturally. For a child, examples are a child who loves football. You can start up a reading habit by getting books that has to do with sports stories. A child who loves cartoon, you can get books that has comic books. That's how you can begin developing reading habits. A child who loves animals, you can get them books that has animal facts in them. Yes. And an important thing I want to tell you now, parents, is this. You see, comics, picture books, graphics, novels, whatever they are, they count as reading. Yes. They count as reading. Reading confidence comes before picking up serious books. Let them read what they enjoy first. I know that most parents will not agree to this, but I tell you, let them read what they enjoy first before you pick up serious books for them. Now, create a reading environment, not just creating a rule. Don't just create a rule. Every 8 p.m. you are reading. It's important, but create an environment. You see this one? It cannot be overemphasized. Make simple changes at home. You need to create a reading environment for them. Keep books visible. Let them see the book. Let it be visible and reachable. Have a small reading corner for them, or just a place in their room or in the sitting room. No, sitting room can be a distraction because of the television. But they should even have a library. If there are no space in the house for a library, then their own room should have a reading corner. Create the environment for reading for them. That is the way it will shift their mind. It will shift their mindset that whenever they enter their room and they see that corner, they need to read. Even if it's not the time to read their book, when they see the corner for reading, they know that the time for reading will come. Make it visible. Make the books visible for them. That reading corner can have a shelf where they have books lined up. Trust me, if you do this thing, if you create such an environment, you are making them have a powerful mindset shift. Yes. You are making them have a sense of awareness that they need to read at all times. Now, another thing you need to do is that, let me tell you something. Children copy what they see. Children copy what they see. If you are here as a parent, you've never picked up a book before to read, and you want your child to suddenly love reading, I'm sorry, it doesn't happen that way. I'm so sorry to burst your bubble, but it doesn't happen like that. If they have never seen you pick up a book, all they see you do is to watch a TV, you're watching movies, they would realize and understand that that is how life is supposed to work, which is by watching movies. Let your child see you reading. They should see you reading a book or a magazine or something. Let them know that you too, as their parents, you have reading hours. You don't just wake up one morning and say you want to read. They should know that mommy has a reading hour, daddy has a reading hour, and do it where they will see you. Children copy what they see. If you've never picked up a book to read and you expect that they suddenly will love reading when they were not born natural readers, trust me, it will be difficult for them to love reading. If reading is important in your home, then it must be visible in your home. Please write that down. If reading is important in your home, it must be visible in your home. Yes. The next step you can take now is to make reading interactive, especially for the younger learners. Make it interactive. How do you do that? You should engage them. And how do you engage them? Reading together. Let it be a shared reading where you are reading with your child. If they are younger learners, probably from the ages of 5 or from, let's say, from 10 below, you can encourage them by reading with them. You can also take turns in reading a sentence or pages. Okay, I'm going to read this one, then you read this one. That means what you're doing is that you are engaging them. Ask open questions. What is this thing? What do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next? Are you following what I'm reading? Do you understand what you're reading? Do you love this character? Which character do you like? Avoid things like turning reading into a comprehension exam where you just allow it to just read through. It's not a comprehension. You're not reading through. Make it interactive. Do you get what I'm saying? In the middle of reading, just stop and pause and ask them, who's your best character? From what you've read so far, who do you enjoy? Do you think what this guy did was right? Do you think what he did was wrong? You are engaging them. You are not just allowing them to sit there and just read on their own. Avoid correcting their pronunciation every single time. You can correct it, but it is best that when you correct it, you're correcting in love and not every single time. The best time you can even correct their pronunciation can be immediately their reading hour has elapsed or reading minute has elapsed. Then you come, you see this word that you pronounced, it's not pronounced as this, it's pronounced as that. Not while the reading is going on. That can actually affect their morale to read. So, the next step or the next thing you can do is to use rewards the right way. Do you know that most parents pay their children to read? You pay your children money. You give them money to read a book. You are bribing them for what is supposed to be their... No, that's wrong. Do not pay your children money to read book. Do not pay them money to do house chores. Those are the things they're supposed to do and do with ease. The day there is no money, they are not encouraged. Do not use food as a reward. If you finish reading, I'll give you 2 meats. No. If you finish reading, I will give you bigger rice. No. Don't make reading be a thing of give and take, where you are saying that that's the same way they can eat naturally and not see it as a big deal. They should also read their book or have a reading habit and not see it as a big deal. Yes. What kind of rewards can you do? You can have a stickers as reward, or a star on a reading chart. You can even, let me tell you something, the beautiful thing you can do is to have extra story as a reward. That is a better reward for them. You tell them that if you are able to finish up this book, you just have 10 minutes or 20 minutes today to read this book. If you can finish up what you have in less than 10 minutes and you understand it clearly, I'm going to get you an extra story book. That is a better reward. Not money, not extra rice, not extra meat. I will double your portion of food. No. The day you don't double the portion of food, there's a problem. Rather, you can say, I will get you an extra story book, or even increase your reading time. You're not challenging them. That's where challenge comes in. You can even tell them that you're going to choose the next book that you will read. They would enjoy it. You tell them that you're going to choose the next book you will read, and trust me, they will enjoy it. Verbally praise them and recognize their efforts. Rewards should support reading, not replace the joy of reading. No, it should support reading, but it should not replace the joy of reading. The next step you can take, I hope we are following. Please let me know in the comment section that we are following. I'm following and I'm taking notes so that I know that I'm not just talking to myself and my parents are following me. Please type in the comment section, I'm following, I am following, I'm following, I'm following. The next thing is to be patient and consistent. Let me tell you an important truth. Reading habits don't form in 3 days. They can't even form overnight. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes deliberation. It takes an act of intentionality. And those things don't happen. They're not, if it happens overnight, you should be surprised. It takes time. Expect resistance at the beginning. Expect that they would, whenever I tell them to read, they're like, they're beginning to murmur. They're beginning to resist reading. Expect resistance at the beginning. Please, if you are following, let me know in the comment section that you are following me. Expect resistance at first. They will not like reading at first, too, especially the ones that you never started reading with them while they were small. They will resist it. Here are some things that consistency can even look like. The same time every day. If you can beat that thing, even you as a parent, if you want to develop a reading habit, these steps I've listed so far can work for you. The same time every day. It can be 8 p.m. Okay, for the children, they have to sleep early. It can be, let's say, 6 p.m. every single day. The same calm approach. They should not quit. After one bad week, maybe that week something happened, they were sick, they couldn't read or something. You can read to them. They should not quit reading. So if you stay consistent, reading will eventually stop being a struggle and start becoming a routine for them. Stay consistent. We are getting towards the end of the class, so I want you to prepare your questions, because very soon we'll get into the question and the answer section. We're going to run through question and answer section, then we'll call it a night. So there are some common parents, there's some common mistakes that parents makes. There's some common mistakes that parents make. Number one is that they compare. Why? Dear parents, why? You compare your siblings, their siblings to one another. And that comparison has now gotten into the classroom. Even teachers, educators, you compare. Can't you see how that child is doing? Can't you see how your cousin is doing better? Don't you, don't you, are you not of the same age? Is it not your mates? Stop comparing. Or comparing classmates. This your classmates to carry first. You are not reading. Have you ever sat down with them to read their books with them? But rather you want to compare. Stop comparing them with their siblings or even with their classmates. And stop expecting. Most parents expect instant results. They just want the results immediately. It's barely a month since they started developing a reading habit and you are expecting the results immediately. Or you're trying to force difficult books. You're forcing them to read books that are not even in line with their age background or their ability to pronounce at that age or their fluency in reading. You are forcing a book. Stop using reading as punishment. Then they will hate reading. That's the last mistake that most parents make. You use reading as punishment. They err or they do something. Go and carry your book. You are not serious. Don't let me smack you. Go and carry your book and read. That's your punishment. Reading is not a punishment. Reading is a routine. It's a habit. It's something that your child can love. Don't punish them. Every child's journey is different too. Every child's journey is different. Do not compare one to another. Do not compare one to another. So you can drop in your questions now so that I can quickly answer them, and then I can give you a practical takeaway that you can actually implement from the new week, Monday into Friday. It's the weekend already. Tomorrow is Sunday. So you can actually implement it Monday into Friday. So kindly drop in your questions in the comment section while I answer them. I want to thank every one of us that has been staying, that has been with us from the beginning of the class. All right, I'm expecting our questions. Kindly drop in your question. Okay. Kindly drop in your question. Okay, the floor is open for question and answer. Kindly pour in your questions now so that we can answer them. Okay, if there is none, let's just dive right into the practical steps that you can take home with. Practical takeaway. And I want to beg you, if you've been in this class from the beginning and you do not implement these practical steps, it means that you were not in the class at all. That's what it means. That's what it means. Please ask your question. This is a question and answer session. So the practical takeaway I'm going to give you, if you do not implement it, it means that you were not in this class at all. Because you want to build a reading habit for your child, you need to do these things I'm going to say right now. From everything that I've said so far, if you do not do this, it means that you do not even want to allow your child build, or rather help your child build a reading habit. So from Monday into Friday, these are the list of things that you can do. I hope you're taking notes. First of all, have a reading time for them. 10 minutes daily reading time. 10 minutes daily reading time. That's the first thing. That's a practical takeaway. Please write it down. 10 minutes daily reading time, meaning no matter what comes that day, the 10 minutes daily reading time must be the 10 minutes daily reading time. It can be every 3 p.m. every day. It can be 3 p.m. every day. It can be 8 p.m. every day. It can be 6 p.m. Make sure that time is met. Nothing comes in between it. Nothing distracts it. Nothing. You are moving mountains to make sure that time they will read. You are moving mountains to make sure that time, if it is 3 p.m. daily, it is 3 p.m. 10 minutes with your child. They can start with any book of their interest. If it's in comics, if they love and enjoy watching cartoon, get them books that has to do with cartoons. Get them books that are comic books. If they like sports, get them books that has sports stories. Give them any book of their choice. They should read any book of their choice in these 10 minutes. Then that can be done on Monday to Friday. Then for on a Saturday, you can now read together with them. Because most times parents are busy, they are professional workers, they are career people and all of that. They may not have time to sit. Probably they have someone at home that takes